Did Riley Strain vanish into thin air on a seemingly ordinary night out in Nashville? March 8, 2024, a night of fraternity camaraderie that took a chilling turn. Riley, along with his fraternity brothers, embarked on an evening of revelry, hopping from one Nashville bar to another. The last known sighting of Riley happened around 9:15 that night at a popular musician's bar, Luke Bryan's bar. 21 minutes later he's thrown out of that same bar. After this point, 9:36 p.m., the timeline becomes a labyrinth of intrigue and unexplained events. In the early hours of March 9th, a disruptive commotion echoes through the hotel corridors. Is this related to Riley's disappearance? A hotel guest reports a cacophony of slamming doors, heated arguments, and a flurry of people entering and exiting rooms. This disturbance, lasting several hours, could be a significant lead in the investigation. As dawn breaks, a concerning silence falls. Despite Riley's conspicuous absence, his fraternity brothers wait an unusually long time before contacting his parents. The reasons behind this delay remain shrouded in mystery, however, its potential implications cannot be ignored. Every minute counts in a missing person case, and this delay has set back the search for Riley significantly. The fraternity brothers' actions, or rather their lack of action, have raised many questions. Their delay in raising the alarm and their decision to carry on with their planned activities cast a shadow on their role in the events that unfolded. With Riley's absence now clear, the clock begins ticking on a desperate search. Riley's parents arrive in Nashville, their fear tangible, and their determination unwavering. They have traveled from Missouri to Tennessee, driven by the hope of finding their son. They meet with local law enforcement officials, eager to relay every detail, every potential clue that could lead to Riley. There's an air of cooperation, a sense of shared concern. Some of the fraternity brothers are present, appearing to assist with the initial missing person report. Their participation seems earnest, their gestures sincere, but the shadow of the unexplained delay in communication looms over them. The hours turn into a day, the search for Riley intensifies. The fraternity brothers, however, make an unexpected move. They leave the search area, their absence noted by Riley's anxious parents. When they return, they are inexplicably dressed for a formal event, their priorities raising eyebrows. Yet, as the fraternity brothers depart the search area, the atmosphere grows even more puzzling. While Riley's parents scour the city, the fraternity brothers' actions cast a shadow over their sincerity. Midday turns into afternoon, and in a move that raises eyebrows, the brothers, who should be engaged in the search, instead leave the area. They reappear hours later, curiously dressed for a formal event. Their decision to continue with pre-planned festivities while their friend remains unaccounted for further complicates their role in this unfolding mystery. Their return from the event is marked by a dismissive demeanor, adding yet another layer of complexity to the situation. The brothers' seemingly nonchalant attitude contrasts sharply with the increasing desperation of Riley's parents. Meanwhile, a conflicting account emerges from one of the fraternity brothers. He claims the early morning commotion had nothing to do with Riley's disappearance, but was instead related to another brother injuring his hand. The truth of this explanation remains shrouded in uncertainty, adding to the growing list of unanswered questions. Further controversy surrounds a vigil held by Riley's college. In what seems like an inexplicable oversight, Riley's family was notified a mere 3 hours before the event, despite living a considerable distance away. The family's exclusion from this act of remembrance only adds to their grief and frustration. As the day ends, the mystery of Riley's disappearance only deepens. Each unanswered question, each inexplicable action casts long shadows over the search, leaving us grappling with the chilling unknown. 2 weeks of tireless searching of hope and despair culminate in a gut-wrenching discovery. The voiceover speaks with a solemn tone, the words heavy with the weight of loss. Riley's body is found in the Cumberland River, a tragic end to the desperate quest for answers. The narration pauses, a moment of silence to honor the young life lost. The discovery, far from providing closure, only adds to the mounting questions. How did Riley end up in the river? What events led to this heartbreaking conclusion? The voiceover's tone shifts to one of determination. The fraternity brothers' actions come under renewed scrutiny. Their dismissive demeanor, their unexplained absence during the search, their conflicting stories, all are examined in the harsh light of this grim discovery. The voiceover concludes on a somber note. As the investigation continues, the mystery of what happened to Riley remains unsolved. His family, his friends, and the community are left grappling with the cruel reality of his untimely end, seeking answers in a sea of heartbreaking questions.
What happened to Riley Strain? That's the question everyone is asking as new details emerge in this missing man mystery. A fraternity brother claims that Riley's phone pinged near the sheriff's office at 11 p.m. in a 911 call, but the family's information shows the phone was off since 9:53 p.m. This discrepancy throws the timeline into question, and things get even more interesting with security footage. Cameras captured a group carrying a heavy object around 11:03 p.m., close to when there was disputed phone activity. Later on, individuals were seen using flashlights near the riverbank for an extended period before leaving in a hurry upon spotting police. These inconsistencies demand that investigators take another look at all of the evidence. Scrutinizing phone records and deep diving into security footage are crucial steps towards resolving these discrepancies and building a clear timeline of Riley's final movements. Only then can we hope to uncover what really happened to him.
Saturday, March 9, 2024, 13:46 and 24 seconds.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Hi, I don't have an address. I'm trying to file a missing persons report, and the Central Police is closed, and the sheriff's office said that we couldn't do it there.
Okay, so where exactly are you now?
We're in front of the Central Police, how do you say that? Precinct? How do you say that? Precinct. The Central Police Precinct on...
Okay, there's 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard in downtown Nashville, right across from the Music City Center?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that where you're able to wait for a police officer to come and speak to you?
Yeah, we can wait for an officer here.
Okay, what's the phone number you're calling from?
Of my phone?
Yes, in case we needed to reach you back, what is the best number to reach you at? And what is your name, sir?
Braden, B-R-A-Y-D-E-N.
And your last name?
B-A-L-T-Z.
Okay. And who is it that you're wanting to report is missing?
We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Okay. What is his name?
His name is Riley Strain. Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, Strain, S-T-R-A-I-N.
Okay. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area, by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Okay. Does he have any life-sustaining medications or disabilities?
No.
And what is, you said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
What is the number?
But it's hold on. Give me 1 second, I got you.
Sure.
Alright, you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
You said the last four were 4198?
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to be waiting there at the door of the precinct, or are you going to be waiting in your car?
I mean, yeah, we're at the front door of the precinct.
Okay. I've got the call sent there at the Central Precinct, 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard in downtown, right across from Music City Center. We'll get an officer out to you as soon as we can. Please call us back if something changes before they arrive. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Like I say, just call us back if something changes before they arrive.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll be here.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you are all doing well. Okay, so take a minute, say hello to Puff Muffin, Puff Daddy Fat Sack in the Hizzy House, Cricket A, Ashley, the drone operating outlaw, and her dog handling Seaster. No pressure. Concentrate. Don't crash. What Puff Muffin said? Yes, yes. And Miss Lindy J, I would have to do my due diligence and say that I did not anticipate on doing this live stream until tomorrow. And I was live playing the words on stream a little earlier, and she came in the chat and was like, "Oh, I've been watching your Noah videos, and and she originally came with the Riley case, and I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna do a stream on Riley tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, I can't wait." And then I was like, you know what? I can go ahead and do a little brief one tonight to go ahead and lay the foundation, and then we'll just get deep into it tomorrow, because this is definitely going to be a several live stream breakdown the way that I'm going to do this. And then I didn't even plan on top of what I've already been working on for the last week for this ever-loving, God-forsaken video to get released. And it's almost like, wait a second, like, you trying to, let me just keep my comments to myself. Yeah, I was playing with myself. Or no, like, I was playing words on stream with myself, sorry. Cheese and rice. Well, way to break the ice, Kaylee. So sorry. Oh, well, awkward. What are we doing? Your mom. Yeah, I'm on one today. All right. So, real quick, thoughts. I think it's a little convenient in a lot of ways that now they're gonna release the video, some of the video, should I say. Before we watch that, I want to read you guys a statement made by, or actually I'll put it up on screen because I'm a nice guy. 1 second. Okay. So this was posted or copy and pasted from Twitter to this Facebook group called Riley Strain Death Case Discussion. Okay, let me. There we go. Ew, no. Alright, that one it is. Am I muted? Melanie, am I muted for reals? No, I see my avatar thingy moving. Girl, quit playing. You better quit playing. Alright. Real quick. Before. Better yet. That's probably more necessary. Alright. Steve Fisher says, I have come. Okay, Steve Fisher is the private investigator that has been working on the case. Or was working on the case. Anyways, private investigator. Okay? Alright. I have completed my investigation into the tragic death of Riley Strain in Nashville, Tennessee, on March 8th, 2024. The report I have uploaded to the family is 281 pages long, accompanied by a 49-minute video presentation containing important pieces of surveillance footage from the evening of March 8th. As this is the family's report, I cannot disclose my investigative determination or the report's contents. What the family chooses to do with the report, whether they agree with its contents or if they publicly comment on the report or the case, is entirely up to them. I have no control over these decisions. However, there are a few general observations I can share regarding the investigation. These points are based on public information and are not detailed comments from the report, but are meant to help the public understand the context. General observations which are not a matter of public record. There is over 100, listen to this right here, you guys. There is over 104 hours of surveillance video from more than 20 cameras. Now, why the hell do we only get to see 24 seconds? What? Okay. I just gotta pause there for a second. 104 hours. We get to see 24 seconds here, 20 seconds here, 30. Okay. Oh, I think we all together we got a whopping minute. Out of 104 hours. Why? 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 Okay. Sorry for the dramatic pause. Kathy Wright! Edwina! Okay. Thank you for listening. All right. So 104 hours, says Fisher. Okay. It says Riley can be tracked throughout the entire evening. Well, excuse my language, y'all. I know, I'm sorry. Well, thank fuck. Oh, but I mean, cheese and rice, because I only proved that like, I don't know, one of the 6-hour live streams I did where I literally went on Google Maps and I said that there was not a single spot on that walk from the bar until where Riley allegedly, I say this loosely, fell into the water at, there's not a place on that route or on that journey, on that walk, that he was not on camera. There was no blind spot. So there should be no speculation on what happened, when it happened, how it happened. And honestly, to be blunt, we should see him falling in the damn river if that's what happened. So, I digress. Riley can be tracked throughout the entire evening, from dinner until 9:58 p.m. This includes rooftop surveillance. Okay, that's a big game changer. Get your handy dandy notebooks if y'all are taking notes. If not, I got you. I've already got it written down. Don't mind me. I'm just going to be dramatic because of what the fuck. Anyways, rooftop surveillance in downtown Nashville, where Riley is seen along his route without encountering anyone. No person approaches him, and no vehicle approaches him. At 9:58 p.m., okay, now this is really gonna chap my ass, you guys. This fired me up like, whoo! Now they're fucking with the timeline again. Like, you want to irk my soul and get me fucking 98 hot? Start fucking with the timeline. Because you gotta have a timeline, and it's gotta be solid, or you have nothing. So here we go with this janky ass wishy-washy timeline. I swear for Lord have Jesus. Okay, at 9:58 p.m. And listen, another reason why I'm so pissed, because you know them hours, and I mean sorry, I don't mean to be like hours of analyzing that fucking Birch building footage, and you're telling me that the fucking timestamps are off? So we gotta start over. Oh, we gotta start over. At 10:58 p.m., Riley is alone under the bridge. Okay. He's alone under the bridge. 2 homeless individuals is the following sentence. Anyways, 2 homeless individuals are seen more than 30 yards away. One in a wheelchair. One in a wheelchair. Please tell me y'all remember from JLR's video. Y'all remember that? If not, we're going to go all the way back. It's okay. If not today, for sure tomorrow. Because, we finna go. We have no choice. With this much shift in the information, we have no choice but to go back from square one. I was doing that anyway, but now I'm doing it angrily. Fuckers. I digress. One in a wheelchair and asleep. The other not looking in Riley's direction. No vehicles are under the bridge except the police car that captured the image at 9:58 via dash cam. Where the fuck did where did that come from? I mean, it's not. Granted, it's not like 6 hours, 8 hours, or is it? But regardless, whenever there's that much activity going on in that Birch building footage, if we're 10 minutes off and we're studying the wrong 10 minutes and kind of dismissing the time when we're supposed to be watching it because we're thinking that's irrelevant because Riley's not there yet, that's a fucking big problem. Oh, that's such a big. Anyways. Anywho's. Yeah, why don't we get to see the dash cam? And the other 104 hours of fucking footage. Anyways. No, okay. Initial witness reports were incorrect, as is common in many cases. It was a different individual who stumbled into the homeless encampment around 1:30 a.m., causing confusion. The homeless in the area were essentially told what time certain events happened, and they went along with the timeline. But it was incorrect timeline, and that is proven by video surveillance. So we got to hear all your little bogus ass little statements, and I seen him there, and he was screaming, "Let's go, Brandon!" We could see that, but we can't see the actual surveillance footage, so that we. Oh, okay, sure, all right, because your word is just so great. Thank you so much. Riley is visible on video the entire time inside the bars, including when he is asked to leave. He is in a different area of the bar from his friends, except for one, and the group is unaware of what is happening. The friend who witnessed Riley being thrown out tried to defuse the situation, but was unsuccessful. Diffuse? I thought it was. I didn't. What? That would indicate that something was fused to what you. I thought it wasn't aggressive or anything of the such. It was just he was asked to leave in a non-aggressive manner for a non-aggressive reason, and just because of code of conduct for whatever. Diffuse. That's like here we go with the changing of the timeline. Okay. Wait a second. Hold on a second. What about the whole, it was misinterpreted into a good deed? Well, how do you diffuse a good deed? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't shit that was just picked up from YouTubers. This was the statement made by Metro Nashville and the bar. And several different family members. So, what the fuck are you talking about? I digress. By the time this friend was able to get to the other side of the rooftop, where the group is, and inform the others, Riley was already outside the bar. But they did try to catch up to him. Contrary to reports, Riley did not try to enter two other bars. He did attempt to re-enter Luke's, but was denied entry. My report comprises detailed analysis of extensive surveillance footage, over a dozen witness interviews, test and examination from the scene, an interview with Dr. Bowman, the renowned pathologist who performed the autopsy at the Davidson County Medical Examiner's Office, discussion with a private pathologist, examination of multiple toxicology reports and autopsy photos, consultations with multiple trauma surgeons, discussion with the lead detective at MNPD and the colonel of the Davidson County Sheriff's Office, interactions with the Tennessee ABC, consultations with a toxicology expert, consultation with a physicist who conducted a study on falls for OSHA, numerous other expert opinions and analysis. I waited until all other agencies completed their reports before releasing mine to the family. With so much data already released, the family may decide not to read my report at this time. It is a lot to rehash, and the accompanying video will undoubtedly be hard to watch. I have tried to be as thorough as possible to help provide them with some peace of mind. I also felt a responsibility to answer questions when I could, especially when the information I was releasing was already public or when I felt individuals were needlessly being hurt by misinformation. I know with 100% certainty that nobody intended to accuse or spread misinformation. Everything was done in the spirit of helping Riley and his family. If and when certain videos are released by the media or otherwise, I may comment. For now, I extend my sincere condolences to Riley's family and friends. I learned that Riley was a remarkable young man with many people who loved him. I wish I could take away their pain. I honor them with love and wish them peace. This concludes my investigation. Hashtag Riley Strain. Hotspot. Andrew! It's only Friday here, weirdo. Be racing stars. Okay, so without further ado, the video. All right. You guys ready? Okay. I'm gonna full screen this. All right. You don't see hotspot. Oh, I went up a little bit, so it might have already went away for you, but I was just scrolling up and yeah, she's up there at about 10 minutes ago. But I was ranting. Hotspot, get out the bushes so I don't look crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are y'all ready for this fuckery? I mean, it is Friday. Fuckery Friday. Fuckery Friday coming soon after this at Fumblers, but this is some Fuckery Friday over here. Over her. See, there she is. Told you. I'm not crazy. I just have treads. Wind them up. Kidding. Alright, I'm pushing play. Let's play through with his commentary and his coverage of it. It's only like 2 minutes, and then y'all already know I've got my own versions of it, and I've got it muted so that I can talk over it, and it's slowed down and all that good stuff. So right now we're just going to listen to this fuckery.
To be clear, the investigation into what happened to Riley Strain is now closed. It was determined that he died by accidental drowning, but this new video obtained from inside Luke Bryan's bar provides some new insight, perhaps, into how things went down that fateful night this past March. For the first time here, you see video of Riley Strain walking unsteadily down the stairs with a security guard who was escorting him out of Luke Bryan's bar. It was the evening of March 8th, and Strain, a 22-year-old student from Missouri, suddenly found himself on his own, alone, on crowded Lower Broad in Nashville, under the influence and in an unfamiliar city. He disappeared, and 2 weeks later, his body was pulled from the Cumberland River.
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
There have been questions about what led Strain to be kicked out of the bar, and where were the fraternity brothers who traveled with him to Nashville. This video was obtained from the investigative file. Here you see Strain following a friend in the crowded bar over to a table with the others. They sit for a while, and then Strain follows a friend up to the bar. It is at about this time security sends out this alert, warning that Strain was verbally aggressive with staff. Not long after that, an employee points Strain out to a security guard, who then goes to talk to him. After a few minutes of conversation, you see Strain's friend trying to get Strain to go back to the table with the others, but he stays. After more talking, the security guard then moves to lead Strain out of the bar, and it appears the friend, in the backwards baseball hat, turns to go tell the others. And that brings us back to the video of the stairway where Strain is led down by the security guard and then out of the bar. By the time Strain's fraternity brothers made it down to try to find him, he was gone.
The investigation found no wrongdoing on behalf of the bar, and the video does not raise any new questions. The bottom line, the case is closed. The death was ruled an accident, no foul play. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Oh, these motherfuckers. Oh, I got so many problems. So many. Okay, first of all, where the fuck's the frat brother going down there with him that turns around and goes back up the stairs? What the fuck? Aggressive? I mean, what the fuck? How do you just change shit that drastically? And he still had a drink in his hand as he's going down the fucking steps. Did they throw him out with alcohol still in his hand? Where's the frat brother? Better yet, we didn't see him get all the way to the door. I mean, unless that frat brother came zooming in there that quick, like before he got to down the last flight of stairs. But Riley looked like he was getting a little, I wasn't there, but he looked a little confrontational, to say the least. And why did, as soon as shit hit the fan, old little bitch in the hat just takes off? Oh, he went to go get the other boy. I fucking bet. I mean, what did you need? Were you scared? I mean, why didn't you take him with you? I mean, that makes no fucking sense. It looks like you ran because you probably or what got him going or whatever, and then you wasn't expecting it to go that far. That's what I really think now. What the fuck? And the timestamps. Why is there no audio? And why do we only get to see fucking 24 seconds when they got an hour and 4 minutes of it? Or 104 hours. Let me not put misinformation out there. Heaven fucking forbid. Like, no, he's got his phone in one hand and he's got a drink in the other hand. I'll show you. All right. The right hand, he's got a drink. The other hand, or no, the right hand is his phone. The other hand is the drink. Pay attention real closely. These are just still shots. That, yeah, Luke's. According to what it says on the bottom of where the timestamp is, it says the sushi bar or the something about sushi. All right, right here. Okay. If you need to pause it on your phone and like close the chat, and you can zoom in and pinch in. But his phone is in this hand, in his right hand, and if you zoom in, what is he holding in his left hand? I'll wait and give y'all a minute to pause and come back because I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I don't. It just doesn't look like it would be very responsible to throw a drunk guy out that's being verbally aggressive on the road with a alcoholic beverage that came from your establishment. I mean, I thought he didn't have any alcohol before he got thrown out. I thought he was um, it was just water. Is that water? Because that looks a little dark to me. But hey, maybe I'm just, crazy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Ashley. Let's keep going. Okay, well, let me ask my handy. Y'all know I Google some shit. Can, can you drink on the Nashville Strip? Right? That's what I should say. Can you drink on the Nashville? Or no, let me put Broadway. Or Nashville Broadway Strip. Nashville, Tennessee has some open container laws that may apply to Broadway Street, which is known for its bars, restaurants, and music. It is illegal to carry alcohol in these containers unless they're commercially sealed. Glass, aluminum, or metal containers. Public areas. You cannot walk around with an open bottle of alcohol in public areas like parks or streets, even if you're not drinking it. Paper or plastic cups. You can carry alcohol in a paper or plastic cup, but you can't be belligerent or dangerous. Tennessee law also prohibits drinking or possessing an open container of alcohol while driving a motor vehicle. Well, I thought that would, with that being said, I guess. While it is illegal to carry alcohol, that doesn't mean you can't. Okay, that doesn't mean you can't carry alcohol at all. So as long as you're carrying your alcoholic beverage in a paper or plastic cup and you are not belligerent and dangerous, you should be free to carry on. This means that you can't walk around the city streets or any other public areas with an open beer, wine, or liquor bottle, even if you're not actively consuming it. Open container laws have been passed with and enforced as a public safety measure to help curb incidences of public intoxication and prevent accidents and injuries. If you do get caught with an open container, you could face certain repercussions such as a Class C misdemeanor charge, up to 30 days in jail, or paying a fine, court fees, and probation. These laws are subject to change at any time, so make sure to research existing open container laws before you go out to avoid any possible consequences. Uh, Cricket Day, this is touched up. Like I enhanced it to make it lighter so that you could see, but I didn't do anything else to it. I just messed with the brightness and stuff. Um, so that you could see, because you couldn't see what was in his hand, because it was too dark. So it wouldn't be weird alone. Well, that's a glass cup and it's alcohol, and he's clearly visibly drunk. That's why he got kicked out. So I'd say, yeah, that would be a little um I don't know. I know he's got a gun on his side. I'm not sure about what he's got in his hand. The guard. All right, let's keep going. Okay, now look. This is when he apparently tries to go back in. He's got the drink in his hand. This is when he's denied entry. All right. Next. Exactly, Bia. Exactly. Verbally aggressive with staff, no entry. 9:28 p.m. No, he's with this other little. Let me keep my comments to myself. The kid that's got his like the backwards hat and is wearing boots and it's like a peach color shirt, I think maybe, or maybe beige. That's the only one he's with. But look, when shit hits the fan, look what he does. Oop, I'm gone. Like a little, just like a great pal, like a little bitch. I enhanced this to make it brighter and I slowed it way down because 24 seconds was all we got. And I'm going to loop it, let it play a couple of times. Watch Riley down here towards the bottom. Like, he's following this kid here with the hat backwards. And runs into the back of him. So, so he's clearly faded. Isn't it? This is it, not slowed down. I'm gonna loop it a couple of times, and this is it. And it's a, and what it says on the bottom in yellow, it says, hold on, I'll go back. Says LB, which I'm assuming stands for Luke Bryan, Sushi Door Stairs, 9:37:07, 9:39 p.m. Parentheses GMT dash 6 o'clock 3/8/2024. Yeah, I know. 1 second. Alright, let me share the screen. Alright, we're gonna break this all the way down. Alright. Riley is right here. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the keys. Sorry about that. Okay. You don't have anything in this hand, but his fist is balled up. Looks like he's holding something in that hand. Runs into him. Here comes Riley over here. You see his legs. And the other kid is already over here standing at the bar. Here he comes. Alright, let's back up. I'm trying to get a fix for like everybody. Okay, we got security right here. Another security guy over here, or bartender, whatever. And the other kid's right here at the bar, and Riley comes from somewhere over here. Alright. Zoom in. Alright. What is in his hand right here? This is when they're pointing. And Riley is over here at the bar standing next to this kid with the backwards hat. You just can't see him because he's leaned over. Now he goes and walks over to approach Riley. Still over here. And they're talking to a bartender. She's watching. He's watching. And she's watching. She's trying to get him to walk away. And Riley's not having it. Now it cuts for whatever reason, and there's no timestamp, so I don't know if this has been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. I guess that's just up to, speculate about. But now that cuts to the frame, the security guard has his arm around, like, right here on Riley's back. And the other kid is coming back towards Riley right here with the hat backwards. And he's inching him towards the exit, I'm assuming. Riley is resisting, not, trying to plant his feet or whatever, not trying to be let out. And he just turns around mid-stride and says, "Fuck this shit. Whoop, I'm gone." And Riley's got his phone in his hand, but it doesn't look like he's got it, like, it looks like the screen, or no. Yeah, because that's just the reflection. It looks like the screen is locked, but you could see the reflection of it's something on his phone. Boop, takes off. Phone in his hand. Looks like he's having a hard time getting it unlocked. Looks like he keeps trying to swipe it with his thumb, and it, looks confused ultimately. starts turning a little bit, kind of bouncing off of the railing, then reveals to have something in his other hand. Starts stumbling the closer he gets to the bottom. Then right here, when he gets to this next little gap before the next flight, he starts talking and leaning and whatever to the security guard, and that's where it cuts. Again, this says LB Sushi Door Stairs, 9:36:59, 0:16 p.m. GMT dash 6 o'clock 3/8/2024. This is it in regular speed. Again. And this is it slowed down. And here's the bar footage one more time. Slow down. Hmm. Okay. So I'm trying to light it up over here because this guy is pointing. Has he got his phone up to his mouth? Does he? Is he on the phone? Huh. Okay. He's got his phone in his hand. What is he pissed about? Is he trying to hand her money? And she's saying no? And he's got his hands in his face like, oh my god, the other guy. Okay. The bartender just gone the next frame. You don't even see her walk off. So this kid's got a phone in his hand. And a drink, beer or something in his other hand. And he's I don't know what he's saying. He's saying something. And he takes his hat off. Like, I could speculate. Almost like, oh shit, I don't want to be recognized. Like, let me go ahead and turn my hat around. Because he gets right before him and turns around. Right here. Boom. Oh shit. Grabs him by the Interesting. So what do you guys think? Right. So it's just a whole bunch of nothing again. I now. Shut up, fool. I know I'm muted. My crotch goblin's all up in my ear. Okay, so this is my transcript of some stuff. So this is the report from the Tennessee ABC, whatever agency thingy, the alcohol and yeah, that one. Okay, so Luke's 32 Bridge, LBDLSR, DAV, whatever the heck that means. Trace investigation will include Miranda Lambert's Casa Rosa 308 Broadway, Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places 411 Broadway, and Kid Rock's Honky Tonk 221 Broadway. Reviewed and closed by Chief's Office on June 27th of 2024. MS. On March 13th, 2024, at approximately 10:30 a.m., TABC Special Agent Amaris initiated an investigation into Luke's 32 Bridge, LBDLSR-DAV-1817437, and will confer with the lead detective of missing person case, Riley Strain. On March 8th, 2024, at approximately 10 o'clock p.m., Mr. Strain was ejected from Luke's 32 Bridge bar associated at 301 Broadway, Nashville, and his whereabouts are unknown at this time. In addition, over-serving along with any other possible violation at Luke's 32 Bridge bar will be investigated during the course of this investigation. On March 13th, 2024, Special Agent Amaris emailed Detective Joel Cottrell of the Metro Nashville Police Department, Specialized Investigations Division, to ascertain who may be assigned missing person case, and to share Special Agent Amaris' contact information. Detective Cottrell sent group email to Detective Chandler, lead on case, along with Sergeant Nelson of the Cold Case Homicide and Missing Persons Squad, informing them of the TABC Special Agent Amaris' contact information for any requested assistance, and that the TABC has initiated an investigation into Luke's 32 Bridge bar. On March 15th, Special Agent emailed TABC legal attorney and Samantha Dotson and requested preservation document to hand deliver to Luke's 32 Bridge regarding video, sales receipts, staff members, including security personnel, for interview and verification purposes. On March 15th at approximately 11:45 a.m., Special Agent had a telephone conversation with Riley Strain's father, Ryan Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert was asked for a list of names and contact information that were with Riley on March 8th to provide a timeline of events and premises they visited, concluding at Luke's 32 Bridge. Mr. Gilbert provided the following list and that he was aware of. Braden Baltz, last seen him and his roommate. Joey Cockle, roommate and helped with police reports. A.J. Townsend, Delta Chi Mizzou chapter president. He provided a list of all who was last to see Riley. Special Agent contacted all persons above and left voicemail and text message requesting a call back. On March 15th at approximately 2:05 p.m., Special Agent Amaris and Special Agent Phillips visited Luke's 32 Bridge and served a notice of preservation for evidence for March 8th from 7 p.m. to 12 o'clock a.m. Manager Rachel Bell signed notice and copied attached in file. On March 15th at approximately 3:23 p.m., A.J. Townsend contacted Special Agent Amaris and stated he is a fraternity president of Delta Chi Mizzou and 4 buses came to Nashville on March 8th. A.J. stated Riley was not on his bus, but he observed him at the hotel at approximately 4:30 p.m., and Riley was in good spirits. A.J. was unable to provide any additional information to aid investigation and was not with Riley while he was on the downtown Broadway area. On March 15th at approximately 3:35 p.m., Braden Baltz contacted special. Okay, and that's a convenient, okay, what does that say? At 2:05 p.m. and then 3:35 p.m. They called the president and then Braden. Anyways, so Braden contacted Special Agent Amaris and stated he was with Riley at the hotel Broadway and 8th, Tempo by Hilton, and they as a group at approximately 4:30 p.m. on March the 8th walked to Miranda Lambert's bar. Braden stated Riley ordered a margarita and wasn't sure if he drank anything else at the premise. At approximately 5:30 p.m., the group walked over to Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places, and Riley may have had 2 to 3 rum and cokes and 3 natural lights or neutral lights hard seltzers, 5% alcohol. At approximately 7:45 p.m., the group walked over to Luke Bryan's, and Riley may have had another rum and coke. At approximately 8 p.m., the group walked over to Kid Rock, and Braden was unsure of what Riley may have been drinking. At approximately 8:30, the group and Riley returned to Luke Bryan's, so he was there twice. Braden got him 2 waters because Riley began slurring his speech. Braden stated Riley was attempting to close his tab out, but Braden stated he did not have a tab on this return to Luke Bryan's. Braden stated since the bartender heard Riley's slurred speech, she informed the bouncer to eject Riley from the rooftop bar. While Riley was walking downstairs with bouncer, group may have stated, "Meet you at hotel." Braden stated, "I called Riley within 2 to 3 minutes of ejection of bar," and Riley stated he was a few blocks up on his way to hotel. Braden stated that was the last time he spoke with Riley. On March 18th, Special Agent Amaris and Phillips, awaiting for 3 additional preservation for evidence letters drafted by TABC legal team Samantha Dotson, notices requested from Miranda Lambert's, Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places, and Kid Rock Honky Tonk to serve on premises to secure sale receipts, video, staff personnel that may have served or had contact with Riley Strain for interview purposes. The attorney, Samantha Dotson, emailed preservation of evidence notices to all 3 additional premises, and data will be sent to TABC legal team and shared with Special Agent Amaris and Phillips for further review and investigation. On March 26th, TABC received a video summary, alcohol, food purchases, and staff personnel roster to include all contact with Riley Strain while he was at Luke's 32 Bridge, and personnel roster to include all Miranda Lambert's case Rosa from attorneys representing both premises. Report is attached and filed. Special Agent Amaris and TABC attorney Samantha Dotson discussed further investigative steps and are awaiting reports and video from Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places and Kid Rock's Honky Tonk. On April 1st at approximately 12 p.m., Special Agent met with Sam Bieber, Director of Security of Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places at the premises, and she provided me with a zip drive of complete video from March 8th displaying all footage of Riley Strain. In addition, the zip drive contained all 3 servers' contact information and provided drinks for Riley Strain, including credit card transactions, which displayed 2 whiskey and cokes, 1 rum and coke, and 2 hard seltzers, 5% alcohol, and Friends in Low Places policies. Special Agent requested snapshot video clips of all sales transcripts with Riley Strain and server, along with clips of Riley entering and leaving premises. Mrs. Bieber will email snapshots to Special Agent and TABC Attorney Dotson by EOB. Special Agent asked if Miss Bieber was working the day that Riley was inside the premise, and she stated she was working and reported no issues with Riley or his group. Miss Bieber then spoke with staff members and servers after learning of Riley's missing persons case, and no issues or unusual activity surfaced during conversations. On April 8th, Kid Rock's Honky Tonk provided requested documents to TABC legal team. Documents are currently being reviewed. On April 11th, Special Agent contacted Ryan Gilbert, father of Riley Strain, and discussed updates. Mr. Gilbert did not receive the medical examiner's toxicology report at this time, however, would provide a copy to the TABC for further investigational purposes when he got it. April 16th, Special Agent concluded viewing all video and review of all documents that has been provided up to date from the 4 premises Mr. Strain had visited on March the 8th. After conferral with the TABC attorney, it appears Overserving to a visibly intoxicated person did not occur to Riley Strain during his visits in all 4 premises. Mr. Strain remained stable on his feet with no visible signs of overserving. In addition, video captured Mr. Strain paying for his beverages and food via his debit card in stable condition, along with returning his debit card back into his wallet. At approximately 9:40 p.m. on March the 8th, during ejection from Luke Bryan's Bridge 32, security escorted Mr. Strain from upstairs rooftop bar area to the front door exit. During escort, Mr. Strain was with his fraternity brother on the stairs. That's okay. Anyway, however, after you know what? Them fuckers. He went there twice, so we don't know what time they're talking about right here. But they could have just them sons of okay. Anyways, because his frat brother's not with him on the stairs. Period. Anyways, so however, after a brief conversation among them, fraternity brother returned upstairs while Mr. Strain left Luke Bryan's 32 premise. The TABC is awaiting toxicology report to conclude its findings, which may lead to further investigation. On May 10th, 2024, Special Agent contacted Ryan Gilbert, father of Riley Strain, and Mr. Gilbert is still awaiting toxicology report. On May the 22nd, he contacted Ryan Gilbert, father of Riley Strain, still awaiting toxicology report. June the 26th, the TABC received the report of investigation by the Davidson County Medical Examiner's Office, autopsy and toxicology report for Riley Strain under state number 24-19-2053 and medical examiner number MEC24-1075. Reports attached in file. Reports indicated cause of death, drowning and ethanol intoxication, manner of death, accident. Circumstances of death, drowned within Cumberland River while intoxicated. This trace investigation is requested to be closed and no clear evidence was established, including eyewitnesses, lengthy video surveillance, sale receipts, and numerous interviews to indicate Mr. Riley Strain was visibly intoxicated while he was served. Okay, now these are some of the first news reports that were done by, I think it was News 5. Okay, news outlet in Nashville reported Strain, 22, is a senior at the University of Missouri. He was visiting downtown Nashville for a weekend getaway. His friends last saw him on March 8th after they were kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar on 301 Broadway. His friend Braden said he lost sight of him after they got kicked out and began looking for him. Officials say Braden attempted to find Riley using Snapchat locations but could not see him in the area last reported by Snapchat. They called Riley multiple times, but his phone went straight to voicemail. Police said Riley's phone last pinged about 0.64 miles southwest of a cell tower located at 19 Oldham Street. Okay, so you guys want to know where that is? Okay, so this is the tower. So if we zoom out, this is the Jefferson Street Bridge right here. Okay. Right here is the Justice Building. And this is allegedly where he disappears at, under the bridge. So according to this, his phone pings 0.64 miles southwest of this. Just to kind of give you a visual. Top Golf right here. This is on the other side, of the river, where the oil, what's it called? what, Marathon? Yeah, because here's the Woodland Street Bridge right here. The other one. Then the Jefferson, which is the train bridge. And then here's where the tower, that cell phone tower is. Boop, boop, over here by Topgolf. Okay. Says, however, police said they drove around this area and could not find Riley. A BOLO has been issued and police have told Riley's parents about next steps. Riley's parents and friends are still on the lookout for him after his disappearance. Police records state his friends' group tried to use Strain's Snapchat location to find him, but were unable to see him in the area of the last reported location. News 2 also obtained a 911 call detailing the conversation between one of Strain's friends and a dispatcher as he filed a missing persons report. During the call, Strain's friend told officials one of his good buddies is missing and described his appearance as well as last location. He told the dispatcher Strain's last location on his phone was by the sheriff's department in River around 11 p.m. Authorities said Strain's cell phone provider was not able to get a live ping due to the phone being off. However, his service provider was able to give law enforcement his last location, which reportedly pinged near a cell tower located at 19 Oldham Street. Strain's family tracked his last cell phone location to Gay Street and James Robertson Parkway, which is very close to that cell tower and less than a mile from Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway. Several officers drove around the area but were unable to find any sightings of the 22-year-old, officials say. Friday, March 8th, Strain calls his mom around 7:30 p.m. to check in. During the FaceTime call, Strain tells his mom that he was having a good time while out with friends. According to an article by WKRN, Strain was last seen by his friends after he got kicked out of Luke's 32 Bridge, a rooftop bar with live music, according to a missing persons report. Nashville police say Strain was last seen on Gay Street at 9:52 p.m. After not hearing from Strain, his friends tried to contact him through social media apps and by calling his cell phone, according to police. Monday, March 11th, officials started an initial search of the area, including the banks of the nearby Cumberland River, but did not find anything. 3 days later, so my notes at that time, I do not believe what happened to Riley was accidental. I started doing my own research in regards to what the bar scene is like on Broadway and discovered several different news articles and victim statements reporting that there is an organized crime ring that targets the popular tourist attraction bars on Lower Broadway. Luke's 32 is one mentioned in almost every story I've came across. The reason I think it's relevant is because I believe Riley was targeted from inside the bar that night. The crosswalk surveillance footage of Riley, I believe, caught some of them following him. I have a video I clipped and put together that zooms in on the man in the white shirt is watching Riley and then waits for the next light, and another man dressed almost exactly identical to the other comes into the frame, then cross the street together following Riley. Well, them same two men in the white shirts are on the footage from the Justice Building after Riley disappeared and was last seen on camera. Running away from the area, I have this video clipped as well. My gut tells me these guys were up to no good and they should be identified and questioned. Here's the links to the videos. Also, I seen on video of someone searching for Riley before he was found, and I think it kind of looks like his pants and maybe his phone. I'm not for sure, but I think it's worth looking into if we can find someone that could go check it out. This was along the riverbank just past the bridge where the Justice Building is located, where the phone last pinged and the debit card was found. This is where the video was taken and I grabbed those still shots from. There's jeans that really look like they could be what Riley was wearing the night in question. Location and then the maps and then the video clip. One more thing I found to be very strange. There was another body found during the search for Riley. I believe it was the same day his debit card was found, on March 17th, 2024. That body was pretty decomposed, but the body was found with his pants still on and shoes and jewelry. Yet Riley was found with no pants or boots and was in the water less time, according to the decomposition stage reported by LE. If the current ripped off Riley's pants and boots, why did this guy manage to keep all of his clothing and he was in the water longer? Just a thought, could be nothing, but just thought it was weird. I've been working on gathering which buildings or businesses have CCTV cameras. They would have been on Riley's route when that he walked that night. And I have screenshotted them and circled the cameras in red. Based on what I gathered, there should be no blind spots on Riley's steps that night. He was on camera somewhere at all times. Reviews on bars, and then these are links to like Yelp reviews and Google reviews and stuff about roofied and pickpocketing and all that stuff. These are a bunch of links. Though there's two different reviews, a guy named Jason and another guy named Chris, but they seem to be complaining about the same incident: drunk, loud college kids keeping them up all night. That was a review from the Tempo Hotel. And then this was a message I sent to Chris Dingman. I said, "Hey, Chris, hope you had a good weekend. Was hoping I could gain some clarity about the timeline specifically pertaining to Riley's phone activity. I went back and looked over my notes and realized that there's a couple of different times which caused me to take pause. For example, the 911 call made by the frat brother Braden tells the 911 operator that Riley's phone last showed him in front of the sheriff's office at around 11 p.m. Then later on in the call, he says, yeah, in front of the sheriff's department in the area by the river. I'm curious if you know how he knows that or what app he used to base that information off of. Because the information I have in my notes pertaining to the phone data says that his Life 360 app shows the phone had no network or phone off since 9:53 p.m. The reason this got my attention and sparked my curiosity is because I'm pretty tech savvy and I know a thing or two. So iPhone has a unique set of features and tools that I'm very familiar with personally, one being a location sharing feature in iMessage, which is text messaging from iPhone to iPhone. The text conversation will be blue if it's iMessage and green if you're texting a device that's not an iPhone. Just a little side note. Share your location with iPhone. Share your location with friends, family members, and other trusted contacts, and find my messages and maps. You can share your current location once, temporarily share your location while you're on the way to an expected destination, or share your ongoing live location. Links to article explaining the process. I bring this up because I've been doing some research regarding what an iPhone can do and cannot do when put into airplane mode, and I found some interesting information. Like you can manually turn the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi back on while it's on airplane mode, and this will allow the phone to connect to internet, but because it's on airplane mode, the location tracking services stay disabled. I also learned that you can share your location with selected friends on Snapchat, and as long as you allow it from the app and you are connected to Wi-Fi, not cellular data, it will keep sharing your location with said friend. Then I sent the link to Snapchat live location with friends. I also found a website that maps all of Nashville's public Wi-Fi access points, and there are several in the area where Riley's phone last pinged on Life 360. Then that's the link to the Open Public Metro Wi-Fi location map. Riley's phone will have all of this information stored in its metadata, all the way down to what cell phone tower he was connected to and the MAC address for the Wi-Fi router he was connected to. It's all logged and saved. I know the police probably don't want to tell you guys that because then they would actually have to do their job and analyze the data. It's something I know how to read and analyze myself, therefore I know it exists. I've helped another family of missing analyze this data, and his mother and I, decoded 900 pages of metadata and was able to transcribe it into data brackets of latitude and longitude and what type of connection the phone had and timestamps for every activity log. We figured out the phone pinged about every 6 minutes, but this differs for different phones and what carrier their network is provided with. I know the stuff we uncovered was absolutely amazing, and we were able to track his steps all the way up until he met his demise, so I know it's possible if you guys can get your hands on the data. It really holds most of the answers of what happened to Riley, in my opinion. Resources and links to Roofie in Nashville. Then I said, this is Riley's LinkedIn account, as well as Braden Bolt's. Both have several other frat boys that are listed as associates. Riley and Braden worked at the same country club at the same time, previous work history. Braden was the one who called 911. He has skills on LinkedIn listed as leader in creative problem solving and ethical problem solving. Then I listed both of their LinkedIns. Another message to Dingman. Hey, been a while since we touched base. Hope you and your family are doing well. So this freaking autopsy report has really got me fired up reading it. Couple of things. Rubbing alcohol. Why and how would there be traces of that in his system? Odd. And another thing I noted was that Metro Nashville say that he walked down the embankment, not possible, but I'll humor it for the sake of being objective, to go pee in the water and fell. Well, if that were true and what really happened, then why would the autopsy say he had urine in his bladder? Wouldn't it be empty if their theory were accurate? Asking for a friend. The toxicology report found the following substances in Riley Strain's blood: ethanol 0.28, rubbing alcohol 12, caffeine, and nicotine. And then I just broke it all down. And it says skin absorption is, this is for the rubbing alcohol, though it is unlikely in significant enough quantities to cause that level detected in the autopsy report. Rubbing alcohol can be absorbed through the skin, but this is a slow process and wouldn't reach the levels found in Riley's blood unless there was extensive or prolonged contact. More likely scenarios: ingestion of a product containing rubbing alcohol. Some over-the-counter medications or mouthwashes can contain small amounts of rubbing alcohol. If Riley ingested a large amount of mouthwash, one of these products, it could explain the presence of rubbing alcohol in his blood. Post-mortem formation. In some cases after death, bacteria in the gut can ferment certain substances and produce rubbing alcohol. The autopsy report doesn't differentiate between these substances and possibilities, and the amount detected, 12 milligrams per DL, is relatively low. It is important to note that the toxicology report lists the presence of rubbing alcohol, but it is much lower than the level of ethanol, which is blood alcohol content, which was found. This suggests that the rubbing alcohol was unlikely to be a major contributing factor to Riley's intoxication or death. The autopsy report does not explicitly mention water in the lungs. However, the presence of pulmonary edema, which is fluid in the lungs, is consistent with drowning. It is impossible to say definitely how many drinks Riley Strain consumed based solely on his blood alcohol content. BAC of 0.228. In the autopsy report, there are several factors that can influence a person's BAC, including gender, weight, metabolism, the amount of time drinking. A 160-pound person might reach a BAC of 2.228 after consuming 4 or 5 drinks within a couple of hours. A 200-pound person might reach a BAC of 0.228 after consuming 5 or 6 drinks within a couple of hours. It is important to remember that these are just estimates. The autopsy report mentions Riley was discovered in the Cumberland River, but does not specify how long he had been in the water. Time of death, submersion in water. Not explicitly stated in the autopsy. Mentioned, but duration unknown. Time of death or how long Riley Strain was in the water. Challenges of pinpointing time of death in water submersion. Okay. Keep going past autopsy. Yeah, shut up, Fumble. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So this was a message I sent to Chris Dingman, and I said, "Do you happen to know if Riley wore high socks, like tube socks, kinda, and if they were white by chance?" Then I updated it and said Riley still had on white long socks when his body was found. Had someone reach out to me and say that in one of the Birch CCTV videos I edited and enhanced that to them they see someone being drugged or carried in the middle, and it looks like he's in boxers and socks, high socks, and are white. This was before he was found with no pants and his underwear and socks still on. So keep that in mind too. And then message with Chris Dingman. It looks like Riley's on his phone here, maybe using Face ID to unlock. Almost looks like he was taking a selfie. And then Chris said he was talking to his frat brother at this time on the phone. Said, was it FaceTime? I only asked because he's not holding the phone to his ear. He appears to be holding it out in front of his face. Looks like he was video chatting. He said, not sure, but could have been, or trying to follow directions to the tempo, the other tempo, not his hotel, which was way closer to his current location at that point. Said, interesting, I did see that there was a tech company that tempo in its name literally right next to the Justice Building. Didn't even think about him putting that into GPS and getting led there. That actually makes sense. Bless his heart, poor kid. Then here's the enhanced video links from the Justice Building. Okay, then we got links and resources from research. Regarding the surveillance in downtown and live traffic cameras throughout the entire state of Tennessee. You can also search by date and then archive the film and log it by date and have it uploaded hourly to review, as well as 24/7 feed, live video feed. There's literally cameras on every street corner in downtown Nashville. I'm not even kidding. Metro has live feed 360-degree high definition video 24/7 on every street corner and business in that 2-mile strip area. Literally almost 300 cameras currently registered and active use currently in that 2-mile radius. And then here's a link to those. And this is a video of CJ's. Really loud and windy, so I'm just gonna mute it. But he's in a boat and like going along the where Riley is supposed to have fallen in at, to kind of give some perspective on the depth and the what he would have had to have gotten to make it to the water ultimately. That's the bridge up there. See, that's the bridge. So essentially, he would have had to have fallen from right over here. You see all the brush and everything before you get there, and the rocks. Okay, that's the report that we went over. Here's the cell phone tower that they said it pinged 0.64 miles southwest of a cell phone tower. Okay. This is from JLR's video. Yeah, and that looked like his phone. In my opinion, allegedly. And this is the drop pin where that video was taken at. And oh crap. And then this is just it on the map. Okay. Then this is the walk from the bar to where Riley was last seen. And these are all in red. I circled all of the cameras. So there's one here. And then I also have the addresses here too, just so that for shits and giggles. And also on the map. So all bases were covered. Here's one right here. And I believe there's like 30, so I'm just going to scroll and not say here every time because I'm not going to say here 30 times. Thank you so much. And these are all the different bar reviews. Tons of them about pickpocketed and roofied and all that fun stuff. Here's the links to my research, the LinkedIn, and then here's the phone data stuff that I sent to Chris. And then the autopsy report. Okay. And this is going to be the last thing we do today, and then we're going to wrap it up and get ready to go over to Fuckery Friday at Fumbles. And we are going to get deep into this now that all the foundation has been laid and we got all of the, the clerical shit out of the way. We can dive into the deep diving tomorrow. So
gonna try to. Hey, what's going on?
Look, this guy over here, I trust him, he trusts me. I've been talking to him for almost 2 hours back and forth. Give him some stuff, confidence. He's told me some things about on Hermitage Avenue, the Tennessee encampment.
Tennessee.
He said this to me. He said they could have dragged him from here over there. He said those, and I worked at a company and I know this area. I knew this. I worked here in the daytime. You better watch your back. But also, I can imagine how it is over there now because they got to move. So right now, that's the most dangerous off of Hermitage Avenue.
Hermitage.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Yeah. First turns into Hermitage if we go that way.
So what? Let me understand. What you're saying is, people are saying that it could have been dragged from.
From they spotted him right.
Yeah.
Down here. Somehow got dragged off over there. He said pure evil, and I believe.
He's saying the people around here, some people are pure evil around here.
Those people over there at that encampment, not regular folks.
Yeah.
I'm going to call them homeless. I don't know their situation. People that live on the river.
That's a dangerous camp.
Yes, he said he said they make drugs to kill other people. And here's what he said. He said, this guy's pretty sharp. He's a veteran. Excuse me. Just full of stuff. Well, I just feel vibrations and together, George. Anyway, he said they would sell those drugs. Knowing it'll kill him. He said, that's right. He don't understand. Because would you want your customers to come back? And I said, you said it a minute ago, pure evil. There's always people wanting drugs, so they don't care if this person dies.
Yeah, if you look right over there, past the strange piece of art, there's a, I don't know what kind of boat it is, but they've got another one out already.
Yeah.
You see the white van right there?
Yeah.
Because the individual on camera, he disappeared right up here. They showed him on camera on TV. There was another object or another person they were watching. They stayed in visibility, but he just went out of view. And it was right over here.
And were you out here do you know anything?
No, all I know is he was drunk and had a fistful of cash. And that's not good to have here on the city.
Oh, you saying he had a fistful of cash?
Well, so the rumor goes.
So, because everyone talks around here, right?
Yeah, he was college. All I know is he was drunk. They showed him on camera. He was walking over in this area over here, and he actually ran. He walked and ran into what looked to be an old phone booth.
Phone booth. Yeah, I'll look for that.
He smack dab into it.
Oh, he ran into the phone booth.
Stayed there for about a good minute, and then got up.
Investigation into what happened to Riley Strain is now closed. It was determined that he died by accidental drowning, but this new video obtained from inside Luke Bryan's bar provides some new insight, perhaps, into how things went down that fateful night. this past March. For the first time here, you see video of Riley Strain walking unsteadily down the stairs with a security guard who is escorting him out of Luke Bryan's bar. It was the evening of March 8th, and Strain, a 22-year-old student from Missouri, suddenly found himself on his own, alone, on crowded Lower Broad in Nashville, under the influence and in an unfamiliar city. He disappeared, and 2 weeks later, his body was pulled from the Cumberland River.
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
There have been questions about what led Strain to be kicked out of the bar, and where were the fraternity brothers who traveled with him to Nashville. This video was obtained from the investigative file. Here you see Strain following a friend in the crowded bar over to a table with the others. They sit for a while, and then Strain follows a friend up to the bar. It is at about this time security sends out this alert, warning that Strain was verbally aggressive with staff. Not long after that, an employee points Strain out to a security guard, who then goes to talk to him. After a few minutes of conversation, you see Strain's friend trying to get Strain to go back to the table with the others, but he stays. After more talking, the security guard then moves to lead Strain out of the bar, and it appears the friend, in the backwards baseball hat, turns to go tell the others. And that brings us back to the video of the stairway where Strain is led down by the security guard and then out of the bar. By the time Strain's fraternity brothers made it down to try to find him, he was gone.
The investigation found no wrongdoing on behalf of the bar, and the video does not raise any new questions. The bottom line, the case is closed. The death was ruled an accident. No foul play. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Alrighty, lovely people. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see y'all over at Cousins Fuckery Friday. Remember, he's got no content, so please make sure you go over there and help him with content because he's desperate. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll pick back up. We'll probably go. We'll do a little bit. We'll half and half. We'll do half Noah and half Riley. But for sure, I will see you guys tomorrow. I better see you at Cousins. Be there, be square. Bye.